Just because you're an Asgardian goddess doesn't mean you can't be thick as. Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Subliteral Network. I make art and comics, and thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe and to leave your feedback in the comments. Now, I post art daily 5 days a week on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and this is our roundup of that work in case you missed it, with a little more detailed description added. You can read my Una the Cave Bunny comics free at radiocomics.com, and please visit my Patreon page if you'd like to support my work. All these links are in my description and bio, and please watch till the end so you don't miss anything. I posted this snip of my finished ink drawing that I'm making for the wallpapers that I make for my patrons. And there's not a lot of black areas on it, even though I work a lot more with black areas now. But when I'm working with for something that's intended to be color, I tend to be light on the black areas, because I do a lot of painting and kind of working of the paint in Procreate. Generally, I paint a lot more in Procreate than I would normally. So a lot of the ink drawings that I do intended to be painted kind of end up looking like this, even though with more spotted black areas I tend to like the graphic impact better. You're looking at a page break that I used to do when I was doing Una the Cave Bunny on a weekly schedule, posting it as a webcomic over on radiocomics.com. And well, I was working to deadline, and every once in a while I would miss one, or I'd want to take a little extra time on a piece of work. So I made up these beforehand, and what they are sheets just with a little character description, some nice graphics, a picture of the character, and just something to maybe give you a little more information rather than just skipping it and putting up a blank card saying, sorry, I'll see you next week. I really sort of got into the idea of trying to, when I wanted to, one of my goals was I wanted to produce a quality strip, quality comics. And one thing that I didn't want to do was to have, blank pages up. Plus, these were really quite a bit of fun to do. It took a little time, and did kind of a nice, much smoother drawing. Maybe added a little character, and worked with the color a little better to make the pieces look kind of special, so that if I happened to miss a page and you showed up for the comic, that you would see something that was actually kind of nice. So this is JJ, one of the Cave Bunny kids, and that's her pet dinosaur behind her. This robot girl I drew, I think it's on a 5.5 by 8.5 sheet of cardboard, and I drew her a while ago, but I love the way she came out. I like her design. I like the sort of the divided up robot looking parts on her. And I did a painted version of it earlier in Sketchbook Pro. And I keep going through my files, and I looked at it and I said, I gotta paint this again. I just like it so much. So this time I'm gonna paint it in Procreate, and I might do some tricks with it. Like, what I might do is stretch the figure out in Krita. I used to draw figures like really sort of scrunched and short, and I don't exactly remember why. Maybe it was because I was working on small pieces of paper, or maybe that was just how I saw things at the time. So I might stretch her out and make her taller and thinner, and just kind of filling out just sort of a more imposing kind of figure. Or I might just paint it as it is. We'll see. But this is going to be really fun to redo a piece of work that I did before. Sometimes it's like a measurement. You can see how if or how far, how much better you've gotten, and you just get something new when you really try. At least I find I do. So I'm really looking forward to doing a new painted version of this one. So I used to do a smattering of adult comics, grown-up comics here and there, and this is a pinup that I had done for a comic magazine, and this is about as much as I can show you on YouTube. But I did adult comics because I thought I really wanted to, but it turns out I don't know, it just wasn't my bailiwick. I wasn't that good at it, in my opinion, compared to other people, and I don't think I was really getting the results I wanted from the work I was doing. Meaning I didn't quite think my drawing was up to snuff, and I was always comparing it to other people who really had a knack for it, and who were really good at it, and who really wanted to do it. And those three things didn't seem to apply to me, and for some reason it mattered to me, but what I really think is just that I wasn't all that, it just wasn't my thing. I think that's probably the best thing to say, even though I try to do my best at it. And I think when you're drawing stuff, you kind of have to realize that sometimes, right? That for some reason, it's just the kind of work that you really don't do. And not necessarily because I was really moralizing about it. More like that I thought that I wasn't quite reaching the standard of drawing that I think was necessary for it. It's sort of hard to explain, but I hope that is at least a decent explanation. I'd like to thank you, my subscribers, and especially my new subscribers. I'm very happy you enjoy hearing something more about the work that I'm doing, and I hope the videos are entertaining, and I really hope you can come back for more.